She never expected the attic to hold anything but dust and forgotten boxes. But on that quiet autumn afternoon, as golden light filtered through cracked wooden slats, something caught her eye. A worn sketchbook, leather-bound, faded, silent. She opened it, and that's when everything changed. Inside were drawings that didn't look like they belonged to this world. Landscapes that pulsed with energy. Faces she somehow recognized, though she had never seen them. Symbols that whispered secrets she couldn't yet understand. At first, she thought it was just the work of an eccentric ancestor. A curiosity, nothing more. But that night, she dreamed of those same places. And when she awoke, she wasn't the same. Her intuition grew sharper, her doubts quieter. Every time she touched the sketchbook, she felt something awaken inside her, a part of herself that had been sleeping for too long. If you're still watching, maybe there's something awakening in you too. Tap the like button. It tells the algorithm, this matters. Days passed. She couldn't ignore the pull anymore. Each sketch seemed to align with real constellations, real dates. Some matched ancient maps she found buried in forgotten archives online. Others pointed to places that didn't exist on any map, but felt oddly familiar. She started drawing again, sketching symbols she didn't consciously understand. Her hands moved on their own, like they were remembering something her mind had forgotten. She realized this wasn't just art. It was a message, left by someone like her. Someone who had once stood at the same threshold she now faced. And with that realization, her world began to shift. She started seeing signs, repeating numbers, flickering lights, coincidences too perfect to ignore. You see, her story, it's not unique. You've felt it too, haven't you? That pull towards something more. The restlessness, the sense that you're meant for something you can't quite name. It's not your imagination. It's a calling. But here's the truth. Most people ignore it. They close the book before it opens them. But she didn't. She followed the trail. And it led her deep into a forgotten forest, beneath a sky painted with stardust. There, she performed a ritual described in the final pages of the sketchbook. It wasn't about magic. It was about memory, intention, alignment. She traced a circle in the soil, placed candles in the cardinal directions, and recited words she barely understood, but her soul did. And when she stepped into the circle of stones, something inside her unlocked. Not in a burst of light, but in a breath. A calm, a knowing. Tell me in the comments, what do you think she unlocked? And what would you do if it were you? She returned changed, not perfect, not fearless, but certain. She didn't need anyone's permission to be powerful. She didn't need to explain her path to anyone, because she had remembered who she was. And that's where her real life began. From that moment forward, she lived differently. She no longer waited for signs. She became one. People felt drawn to her without knowing why. Strangers opened up to her. Friends said she felt brighter, stronger, magnetic. It wasn't ego, it was energy. A reflection of what happens when someone stops doubting their worth. Maybe it's your turn. Maybe the sketchbook you've been avoiding isn't a book at all. Maybe it's the idea you keep dismissing, the path you keep avoiding, the version of you that scares you the most, because it's the most real. You don't need a forest, or candles, or rituals. You just need a moment of truth, a willingness to listen to the voice within, the one that's been whispering for years. If her story spoke to you, share this video. You never know who's standing at the edge of their own awakening. And if you're ready to unlock your own path, click the link in the description. Your sketchbook is waiting, and so is your power.